Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and my project today is a little ribbon bat box that is one of the easiest boxes to make. It's just a little cutting at the bottom, but if you're a beginner on box making, this is perfect for you, or someone who wants to get things done quick. Inside are it's a bag of candy corn, but you can put any treats you want. Kisses, any other Halloween candy you would like in there. Or cookies would be good too. The box measures 3.5 by 2 3/4 by 1 inch. You can get 2 out of every piece of cardstock. Alrighty. So, now we do have a bat on this stamp set, but by the time I cut him out, it was really horrible looking. So I made my own bat out of some of the glittered organdy ribbon. So if you like it, you do. If you don't like it, you can try and cut that sucker out, or you can, excuse my language, you can stamp him right on the moon. That would be a cool thing too. Maybe I should have done that, but it's okay. We'll do it this way for now. Alright, so what we need for this is, of course, the Frightfully Cute stamp set and the Frightful label dies. We need, now this here is a lip and tape bag, which means that it has the adhesive on there, but I'm just going to cut it off. Now this bag measures about 6.5 by 4 1/4, but you can really use any cello bag you want. You could use the long goodie bags and just chop off some if you want. This one's not gusseted, but you could use a gusseted if it's not too bulky, if it's only a little bit. This is only a 1 inch wide box. Alright, so those, I got mine 1,000 pack of these 4x6 ones at Amazon. I got them for my business, and they were the wrong size, so now I'm trying to use them up. Alright, so we need, from the Frightful label dies, a fence and a tree from basic black cardstock, and a label of the small labels from pumpkin pie cardstock. Alrighty, so those are from the Frightful label dies. Now we need 1 piece of the Gorgeous Scrape from the Brights Designer Series paper that is 2 1/4 by 3. We need 1 piece of the pumpkin pie, which is in the Regals, that is the same size, 2 1/4 by 3. Okay, so 1 of each of those. We need a piece to mat this. We need a piece of pumpkin pie that is 2.5 by 3 1/4. And for the sides, we need 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 3. Alright, we need a piece of Gorgeous Scrape cardstock that is 8 by 4 1/2. So you will get 2 of these out of 1 sheet with about 3 inches left on the top for a scrap. Alright, and of course we need some basic white cardstock. Alrighty, so we're going to start with our piece of Gorgeous Scrape that is 8 by 4 1/2. And we're going to start on the 8-inch side. I'm sorry that my screen is moving a little bit. Whenever I hit the desk a little bit, it moves, but I'm moving downstairs to my own room, and I'll have a different setup. So, sorry about the shaking, but I guess if you're not getting criticism, you're not advancing and doing well. Okay, so on the 8-inch side, we're going to score at 1, 3 3/4, 4 3/4, and 7 1/2. Okay, you turn it to the 4 1/2 inch side and you score it at 1. Alright, and all of these measurements will be on my blog, which if you click the little arrow to the right of the video box, down there is where all my information is. Okay, I'm going to fold and burnish. As I usually say, don't forget about Celebration. It ends on September 30th. Free products from the Celebration catalog. for every $50 you spend. And if you want to join my team, you get $125 worth of products that you pick for $99 plus free shipping. Okay, and then during celebration you get an extra bundle free. Okay, and this is what we want to do. It's really not too bad at all. We're going to cut apart keep the rectangle straight and cut the tabs and get rid of this one, and that's it. All right, so how it's set up is there's a 1-inch strip on the bottom and a 1/2-inch strip on the right hand side. All right, we're going to go to the bottom left hand side. There's a square there. We're going to cut this first score line up to the first score line going horizontally. And then we're going to take a little wedge out of both sides of the square, and that makes a tab. Now we're going to cut the other side of this rectangle straight, skip the square, cut this rectangle side straight, and then wedge both sides of the square. Okay, we're going to move over to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, and then we're going to wedge just a little bit up into this skinny rectangle. Follow the skinny rectangle up and take a really little piece out of the top. And that's what your cardstock should look like after you have scored it and cut it. Okay, now we just need some tear and tape. You can also use Stampin' Seal Plus or liquid glue, but liquid glue takes a little while to dry. So I'm going to put the tear and tape close to the score line on the skinny rectangle. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and I'm going to take the backing off, flip it over, flip over the side that has the tape on it, and then flip the side to meet it. Okay, so that's the back of our box. We're going to put in the tabs and flip down the back. And then this is where we're going to put, oh, I have it right here, our other piece of tear and tape. If you're going to put anything heavy in here, you can put a little extra tape under that. But you want to put this one close to the edge. Alright, and then you just lift it up and make sure that your sides are even with each other. And that's the box. Really easy. Okay, now we're going to need some liquid glue and some of our little pieces. Okay, so first we're going to put on the piece of pumpkin pie that is 2.5 by 3 1/4, and that's going to go on our front. And there should be about 1/8 of an inch border all around. Okay, I made a mistake. The pumpkin pie cardstock should be bigger than the Gorgeous Grape. So what you need is the pumpkin pie cardstock should be the same size as the DSP. So you need both of these should be 2.5 by 3 1/4. Sorry about that mix up, and I will definitely put everything correctly on my blog. Okay, so this bigger piece is on the top, and I noticed it was the wrong size when I glued it on, and it was too small. Okay, so that's that piece. And then the two sides, okay, and the two side pieces are 3 1/4 by 3/4. Okay, so I kind of screwed up that, but I'm sorry. I will definitely put all this, as I said before, on my blog. And I just put the wrong side on there, but you know what? That's okay. Alrighty. Now we're going to work with this piece without our main box for a little while. Okay, so we have to do some stamping. So we need our basic white, and what we're going to do is we're going to stamp the moon from Frightfully Cute. So I'm going to stamp the moon with So Saffron. I'm going to stamp the little pumpkin, which you don't have to do because you have to fussy cut it, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. The little pumpkin out of pumpkin pie. Oops. There we go. And the label out of Pumpkin Pie, we're going to stamp Batty for you, which I have it done on here just in case it doesn't come out right. This is the back. We're going to practice. Now you see how it looks wrong on here? It doesn't look straight. That's what always screws me up. So I put it this way, making sure that it's straight with the bottom of the block. And we'll see how it comes. Just remember to do the bottom of the block. It's a little high. So the best bet is to stamp it and then cut it with your die afterwards. All right. So then we're going to put this to the side. And the die that is in the Frightful Tags dies, this circle here, cuts right this moon out very nicely. Okay, and I already have them both cut out for us. I have a little glue on there. What we want to do is first I'm going to get a piece of scrap, which should be a silicone mat, but it's in the kitchen, so I'm not going to have that. What I'm going to do the glue on this is to just use a sponge, which we don't sell these sponges anymore, but you can get them any kind of sponge. Walmart, you can even get a regular kitchen sponge as long as it doesn't have any soap in it, and cut it up. Okay, and then just put some glue down and pat it on the back. All right, and then we just want to put this in the bottom right corner, just like that. I'm all crooked, sorry about that. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, then the second thing is our moon we're going to put on. I'm going to put it kind of in the middle. Closer to the right, just a little bit. All right, and then before we glue on our tree and our pumpkin, I want to take a hole punch, and I'm gonna just cut 2 holes in the moon here, diagonal from each other, but kind of close. Okay, just like that. Okay, now we need our glittered organdy ribbon, and I'm going to put it through the lower hole and then put it through the other hole from the back to the front. All right, and you want to make it as small a piece of ribbon as you can, but you don't want to pull your knot too tight, because then the holes will show, which really isn't a big deal, but okay. See, and that's good enough, just like that. All right, so you just tie it, kind of maneuver it how you want. If you have to pull it a little tighter, that's okay to get it to stay. All right, you could even, I think I might have to glue dot because it's not exactly, well, it's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to cut these 2 at a short angle, okay? Just like that. Just going to twist it around. And then if I decide, I think I want them a little shorter again. Alrighty. Now this one's not staying, so I might have to put a glue dot underneath here. There we go. I'm just going to put it underneath the wing and then figure out, sorry about my dogs, everyone gets active when I'm filming. Figure out where you want it and then just stick it down and let the other one fly like he's flying, kind of. All right, so that's our bat. Now remember, you can also just stamp your bat onto here with this little stamp. Okay, because cutting it out, it just is too small to really get a good looking bat. Okay, we're going to do the tree the same way, I'm just going to put a dot and then flip over your piece and then stick your sponge in the piece and just dab it all on it. Okay. Boop. Alrighty, and then we're just going to put the tree down. He's going to stick over just a little bit, but that's okay. Make sure he's straight. I'm just going to put him down like this. Okay, so that's that. And then we just have our little tiny pumpkin that we're going to put down next to the tree. Alrighty. Okay, now here's our box. We're just going to glue our box, our decorated DSP onto the box. There'll be a tiny bump where the ribbon is, but it's really not bad at all. It doesn't really even show. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. So now we need our bag and our candy corn. Put it in. And just remember, you can use goodie bags and then just cut off what you don't need at the top. Alright, so this is probably going to be too much. I'm going to put it in here. It's going to have to squirt it up a little bit. Yeah, that's too much. Put it in there and spread out. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Now I'm going to take our metallic mesh ribbon. I'm just going to tie it around. You want a decent sized bow so that we even out the top. We don't want it too skinny over the edge of the box. Okay, I'm just going to cut these. These I tend to just cut straight because they're so big and they just kind of go their own way. Okay, now we need our Batty For You tag. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of the iridescent Cute Stars adhesive back sequins. I'm going to pick the purpley kind. I'm going to put it right next to the Batty For You. Really press them down because they have a hard time. If you don't press them, they'll fly off. Alrighty. And then I'm just going to take my scissor and trim off. And that's it. Alright, now this silver trim is from the Simply Elegant trim. It comes with it's from the annual catalog. It comes with gold and silver. Gold and silver. Alright, I'm just going to take a little piece and I'm going to loop it through the tag. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie it. I'm going to tie it above. I'm going to stick it into the bow above the bottom tails, so that it kind of stands up away from the beautifully decorated panel we made. I'm just going to double knot it. You could tie it in a bow too if you want them to be able to get it off without cutting it. Okay, and then for the final touch, I'm just going to take some Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and I'm going to put them on the tree. I put 1, 2, 3, 7 on here. I think I'm only going to do 5 on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the shaking. So much for watching my channel. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit the like button if you like my project. And if you have any questions, my contact, my email, my Facebook group, and my blog address is below, and all the supplies I use is below too. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.